Well, hello there, people of the internet, and hello again. I'm TheMBmulti. Welcome to part 19 of Doki Doki Blue Skies. In the previous episodes, we visited Yuri's house and we talked to her about possibly seeing a therapist for her, of course, self-harm issue. Obviously, she denied, but we tried to convince her to at least consider it. And yeah, then we looked at her knife collection and we read a book. Yeah, that's. Hey Yuri, I've been looking all over for you apparently. Oh, why the hell do you look so scared? Oh, Yuri starts when I call out her name. Starts? But instantly startles, I guess you mean. Yuri startles when I call out her name, but instantly relaxes once she catches sight of me. Mark, sorry, I was in the bathroom. Yeah, I figured as much when I saw that you weren't in your classroom. Anyway, do you want to eat lunch with me? I would love to. Come on, let's go to the roof to eat. We start walking together down the hallway, our shoulders nearly touching. The backs of our hands brush gently together. No, there's no gently. The back of our hands brush together as we walk. Public displays of affection are strictly prohibited in our school, and Yuri's not one for breaking rules. Why the hell is that Okay, I don't know. That must be a Japanese thing, I guess. Still, even this small touch sparks electricity between us. I stealthily link our pinky fingers together, prompting a shy smile from Yuri. We walk together in companionable silence, passing by the occasional student and hearing snatches of conversation from within classrooms. Mark, isn't the stairwell to the roof in the other direction? Huh? I guess, but I was just following you. But I was following you. Psst, leave it to us to do something like this. We walked all the way to first year classroom without realizing what was happening. I suppose this counts as our exercise for the week. Yes, definitely. As we turn around to head back, I notice Yuri curiously peeking in one of the classrooms. Oh yeah, shouldn't Natsuki's class be around here? She's in class 1C if I remember correctly. That's actually pretty fucking scary because my very first class of high school was called 1C. That's very strange. That is very strange. Because, well, school in the Netherlands works like you've got like groups of various groups for people. And you don't like in Japan, I believe the classrooms have these numbers. Like the classroom is called class 1C. So then you when you have, but in high school the classrooms don't have. The classrooms have numbers. Or at least, in my school they had numbers. And then the group of people that you're in has like a number and then letters as well. And in my first year, and then the number corresponds to the year you're in. So 1 is the first year, and then C is just 1A. You've got 1A, 1B, 1C, 1E, 1 C, D, and then E, and then F because I know my alphabet. And, depending on how big the first year is, you've got multiple letters. And then eventually you get to a various, degree, and then you go, and then the letter changes to H, in my case, which is, the average level. It's very difficult to explain, but you've got, the lower level, and then there's the lowest behind there, but, the low level, medium, and then high, as in, kind of intelligence-wise, kind of roughly. It depends on what your what the score is on your final exam when you finish primary school. But anyway, you started in 1C mixed with everyone else, and then eventually because you get an advice, and the advice is one of two of those the advice is 2 of those 3 classes that I mentioned. So your advice could either be low or medium, or your advice could be medium or high, or high for certain, or medium for certain, or low for certain. And so in the first year, everybody's still grouped together, as in just by groups, not necessarily by the level of education that you are going to receive. And then at the end of the year, you get a definitive answer, whether it's going to be low, medium, or high. And then you switch to different groups, then all the groups get mixed up, and then in the second year, it's called H, in my case, H2, and then another letter. The H stands for the average level, because I did average level. Like, average sounds extremely degrading to people, but you know, that's the best way I can use to explain how it works. I mean, I'm not... Like, people that are in the lowest category, that doesn't automatically mean that they're super dumb or anything, but it sounds very degrading when I say it like that, but this is the best way I can explain it to you guys, how that works. But yeah, the lowest level is the letter M, then the medium is letter H, and then the top one is, I believe, A, I think, if I remember correctly. And then, so in my case it was, in the second year your class would be H, then 2, because in your second year, and then A, so H2A or H2B, H2C, H2D, and then third year is H3A, H3B, and so on. And the H level lasts 5 years, yeah. 3 years altogether, and then 2 extra years, more specifically. And the lowest level does 1 year less, and the highest level does 1 year extra. But anyway, let's, yeah. Want to say hi to her? Actually, we could even ask her to have lunch with us. Okay, it would be nice to talk to her some more. I can't recall the last time Natsuki and I had lunch together. Nice, let's check to see if she's in then. Sliding the classroom door open, I step inside with Yuri following closely. Inside the classroom, we were met with a few curious glances from students. There's no surprise though, given that not many people know all of their upperclassmen. Natsuki's hunched over at her desk, scribbling something on a piece of paper. As we approach, I'm surprised to see that rather than writing, she's drawing something. Hey Natsuki, what are you drawing? Startled, yeah, what the fuck? Startled, she looks up and quickly whips the paper off her desk. Yuri, Mark, what are you guys doing here? I'm just saying hi. Okay, hi. What Mark means to say is that we wanted to invite you to eat lunch with us. Oh, sure thing. Not like I'm doing anything anyway. As she says this, she crumples up her drawing and tosses it into her desk. Well, what are you doing? I reach out for the balled up drawing, but find my arms held back by Yuri. By Yuri? Yuri? Just leave her be, Mark. But it doesn't seem right to just throw away hard work. Personally, I think I can actually relate to that feeling. To toss aside your own work because you dislike its imperfections, or even simply because you're no longer in the mood. It's all part of the creative process. Yeah, that's spot on. Yeah, look at you two like getting along. Nice. Oh, Mike, you wouldn't understand true artists like Yuri and me. I roll my eyes at that remark, as I should. Alright, whatever floats your scrotes. Still, wouldn't you want to be able to see your past work? Like, just to see how far you've come? Well, yeah, but it's not like I trash every single thing I make that I don't like. Some things just don't work out. And to add to that, it's better to let some of your work go rather than constantly dwell on all its flaws. I guess I can see that, but it must still suck to have your time wasted like that. It's whatever. Why don't you guys go eat now? Why don't we go eat now? Sounds good to me. We step out and make our way to the roof. It's nice to get some fresh air for once. The cool breeze ruffles our hair for a bit, but it's not too cold though, as the sunshine provides a comforting warmth. Did you get fresh air during the physical education period? I mean, yeah, but who likes PE? Yeah, true, Natsuki, very true. Also, by the way, I read somewhere, apparently Natsuki, you can, is it Natsuki or is it Natsuki? I mean, because apparently you can pronounce it both ways by putting the emphasis on the beginning of the word or in the middle. Or I guess you could also technically put it at the end, Natsuki, but I guess that isn't really, I guess that's not true. But I've been constantly calling her Natsuki, putting the emphasis on the U. But apparently you could also call her Natsuki, but I don't know what the correct pronunciation is and whether there is actually any difference at all, I don't know. Oh, by the way, Natsuki, or Natsuki, you know, what were you drawing before? Nothing. Really? Look like manga. Look a bit like manga to me. Natsuki. I guess I'll just stick with Natsuki, unless someone in the comment section wants to clarify whether it's Natsuki or Natsuki. Natsuki's eyes flinched to Yuri for half a second. Well, you're wrong. There's nothing wrong with it if you were. Loads of people aspire to be manga artists. Why do you think there's a manga club? Isn't that right, Yuri? I nudge Yuri. I fucking hook Yuri with my down with my elbow, prompting a response. What? Oh, I suppose so. Natsuki crosses her arms and looks away. But don't tell me she's gonna start pouting now. Desperately, I tried to silently communicate with Yuri through my facial expressions. Yuri mouths a question. Oh, Yuri mouths a question at me that I try to answer by pointedly looking at Natsuki. A look of understanding slowly dawns on Yuri's face. Mark's right, pursuing a career in the arts is nothing to be ashamed of. I may not particularly see the appeal in manga myself, but what I like and dislike isn't the ends all be all of what? But what I like and dislike isn't the ends. Isn't the end all? Be all of a subject. What the fuck? Yuri! What the hell's wrong with your... Are you having a stroke, Yuri? What's going on? That's a weird sentence. In fact, many people may find my desire for a degree in Japanese and literature to be largely pointless. So, what I mean to say is take pride in your interests. Thanks for that. A genuine smile spreads across Natsuki's face that Yuri returns gratefully. Isn't it gracefully? Whatever. But just so you know, it's not like I'm totally set on wanting to be a mangaka. It's just a hobby for now. Plus, I wasn't even drawing manga, it was just character concepts. Not better than anything I could do, for sure. Like, that's hard to achieve. It's not like I've ever taken art lesson before. Neither have I. Natsuki's smile is soon replaced by a haughty grin of triumph. Looks like the old Natsuki's back. Meanwhile, Yuri chuckles at our antics. Anyway, shall we sit and eat before lunch is over? You bet, I'm starving. Okay, Sayori. Having settled down, Yuri takes out her bento box as I pull my own lunch out of my bag. It happens to consist of the extremely healthy option of 2 packaged breads, yakisoba breads, and my personal favorite, curry bread. Fucking, this is the only reason why I know that how to pronounce yakisoba. I just know it. It's just because it was in episode 11 of Konosuba, the first season, where I did the Joker episode. Where fucking Aqua is like, oh, you're going to make us all do perverted, sleazy things, aren't you? And then Kazuma just orders her to run errands all the time, and then he orders her to buy yakisoba bread for him. As I tear up the curry bread cellophane, I pause. Natsuki's been sitting with her arms wrapped around her legs, making no movement to bring out her lunch. Looks like she's just staring into space. Hey Natsuki, where's your lunch? Uh-huh? She jumps a bit at my question. I forgot it. Oh, did you leave it at your desk? We can go back can get it if you'd like. No, I mean, I forgot it at home. But she didn't even check her bag for it. It's fine, don't worry about me. I tossed my yakisoba bread at her. Yeah, of course, I'm not gonna give her my personal favorite, I'm gonna give her the other one. Yeah, I don't know how much you like this stuff, but it's better than nothing. A look of, I don't know, shock, surprise, maybe? Whatever emotion it is, it causes her eyes to widen for a moment. A low of an opinion must she have of me to be this surprised. Are you sure? Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna starve if I give it to you. Okay then, thanks. She enthusiastically tears the plastic package apart and chomps down on the fried noodles and bread. Are there noodles in the bread? Okay. I mean, again, I don't know what it is. I just know that it exists because it was in that one episode. But you know. Ah, did you skip breakfast or is that just your favorite type of bread? And my question, Natsuki seems to choke on a bite for a second before hastily chewing and swallowing. I skipped breakfast. I think this is like a hungry day for me too. You know those days where you can never get full? I can relate. I think Sayori can relate to that mostly because every day is a hungry day for her, I guess. That most likely results from an unhealthy diet. Are you including me in that statement? Well, I can't argue against that. I don't have an unhealthy diet. Okay, maybe I bake a lot of pastries for myself, but looks like Natsuki's out of excuses. Just admit it, Natsuki, you're totally unhealthy. I mean, you don't play any sports and you basically live off of cupcakes. Hey, I make other things besides cupcakes. With a sigh, Yuri offers up her bento to Natsuki. You can't just be eating that for lunch now, so have some of mine. Really? You don't have to if you don't want to. Yes, I'm perfectly fine with sharing my meal with you. It's a good thing that I always pack an extra pair of chopsticks. I'm fine. Mark already gave me some bread, so... Oh, I did? When? Like I said, don't worry about it. Why the hell did Natsuki say that? She would be a lot more convincing if she wasn't giving the bento longing looks. I think Yuri is supposed... Oh no, never mind. No, yeah. Okay, I'm sorry, but yeah. Natsuki says, I'm fine, Mark already gave me some bread, so it's okay, you know? And then Yuri says, like I said, don't worry about it. Yuri is supposed to say that, not Natsuki. And then, because this emphasizes on how Yuri looks at the bentos that she's giving away. Pretty good looking bento, don't you agree? I mean, yeah, but it has nothing to do with me. Are you sure you don't want some? Yeah, I am. With a sigh, I pick up Yuri's spare chopsticks and thrust them into Natsuki's hands. Hey, what? If Yuri says you can, alright? Yuri nods along with my words, affirming my statement. Seriously, you'd be doing yourself a disservice if you didn't try some of her cooking. It's all homemade and tastes exactly how a mother's cooking would taste. My mom wasn't even that good at cooking. Well, I don't know how motherly my cooking is, but feel free to have some. That is, if you actually want to try it. I mean, it's not that I think it looks bad or anything. It's actually the opposite. Your bento looks really good. It really does. It's a varied sampling of side dishes to choose from, ranging from watercress to grilled mackerel. Yeah, apparently in Japan it's very, like, it's a very normal thing to eat pretty elaborately during the afternoon, which in the Netherlands isn't really the same case. In general, it's not everybody abides to this, obviously, but in general it's normal for in the Netherlands to just have one hot meal per day, which is usually dinner. But sometimes a lot of older people do this. They have a warm meal in the afternoon, and then they like around 12 p.m. or something, and then you would eat a cold meal as dinner, because you mostly would be full from you eat like very elaborate, like a warm hot dish in the afternoon. And then you eat like a bit of bread as dinner, like after you're done, because you're like at the end of the day, because you're already pretty full from what you ate in the afternoon. But that's mostly older people do that, and that's like a bit of a farmer's tradition, you know. But a lot of older people do it like that. But in general, it is normal to have only one hot meal per day, and then you would, like, if you have guests over, you would ask them if they already had a hot meal, and then if they say yes, then you offer them something cold instead. But Yeah, but in general, besides for the fact that you could like eat a hot meal in the afternoon so that you don't have to eat it during dinner, here it's normal tradition to like don't eat a ridiculously elaborate lunch during the afternoon. I mean, you could. I mean, there are lots of people that do, of course, but normally it's just like a couple pieces of bread, just like a few breads, like sandwiches with various things on it, and that's your lunch, along with whatever you would like to drink along with that. And then, as I said, there's like only one hot meal in the afternoon. Again, obviously not everybody abides to that rule, but that's just like how it normally goes in general, you know. And of course, there are always lots of people that don't abides by those rules, which is completely fine, of course. But in general, only one hot meal per day, which is usually in the evening. But some older people would also do it during the afternoon, and then eat bread for dinner. It's very farm kind of like not life, but like it derives from the time when everybody was farmer, but everyone was a freaking farmer out here. So, yeah, that's what it derives from a bit, you know? And that tradition kind of like sticks, even though definitely not everybody is a farmer anymore. But yeah, in Japan apparently there's like you eat a very elaborate lunch. I mean, seen it in much of animes and stuff now, and of course also here they mention it. So yeah, that must be very normal there. But yeah, that's their traditions and stuff. Interesting. And the Romans, of course, the Romans had also only one hot meal per day, which was usually in the evening. The evening was the most important and the most elaborate of the meals during the day. But yeah, I'm not going to go into Roman eating things, because first of all, I don't really have the knowledge prepared right now, because I haven't read about that in a while, and because I'm playing this game. I have already read that, yeah. As usual, Yuri's rice is perfectly fluffy, with a single umeboshi plum keeping it fresh. Whatever it means, I don't know, because I'm not up to snuff with the Japanese culinary things. Really, it's no bother. I understand your reservations, but in this case you're unduly founded. They're unduly founded. Okay, if you insist. By the way, do I get any too? Oh, sorry. Geez, Mark, you get to eat Yuri's cooking all the time, don't you? Stop pestering her about it. Yuri, I'm not pestering you, am I? Yeah, you are. Wow, are you Yuri? You're answering to her name. I don't have to be Yuri to know what you are. Am not? R2? At this point, you're probably the one bothering Yuri. Nuh-uh. Yuri, what do you think? Yuri gets a dialogue option now where she has to choose who to side with, me or Natsuki. You're both acting like children. Triple dot. My apologies. That was incredibly rude for me to say. Yeah, no, you're right. We're totally being immature idiots. I don't know what it is about Natsuki, but that makes me act like a kid again. Probably her cutesy yet annoying attitude. Well, I would have expected to be acting more like a kid with Sayori around, but okay. Maybe you, but... Okay, I might have been a little bit, but I was just joking. Not my fault you can't tell when I'm being sarcastic. Alright, I think that's enough. Yuri suddenly picks up a piece of fish with her chopsticks and shoves it in Natsuki's mouth. Wow! Shoved the chopsticks all the way down her throat. Like, all the way down. Natsuki's practically bowled over in surprise, dropping her chopsticks in her lap. She shoots Yuri an incredulous look, but dutifully chews the food. Ha! See, Yuri? Oof, my mouth is suddenly filled with... Yuri! By the taste of greens cooked in a savory sauce. That's enough out of you two. Yuri, I don't know whether I'm whether this is appropriate to say, but you're already capable of being a mother. I mean, it's not like I want to get you like super like. I don't know how awkward that is to say, but you know, like you already have the qualities to become a mother, because that was an extremely like mothery thing to do. Like showing for okay, that's enough for you two. Shut up and eat. With a start, it appears that Yuri's finally realized what she's done. Sorry about that. I don't know what came over me. No, that was really funny. Who knew that Yuri had this in her? I mean, as a boyfriend, I kinda knew. Oh, shut up! She jabs me in my sides. Ow! Anyway, I can't believe you did that, Yuri. How could you be so cruel to your boyfriend of all people? You deserved it. Oh man, that was so out of character for Yuri. But in a good way. Really, I wasn't exactly thinking when I did it. I just didn't know what to say, so I acted on impulse. That was so weird, wasn't it? Oh, Natsuki's right, it's nice to see your fun side sometimes. Yeah, it has... Yeah, that's how you act when you follow your impulses. I think you should do it more. Fun. It's not as easy as you'd think to get over my inhibitions. Yuri mutters his last remark, nearly inaudibly. But I'm glad to see that I was able to make others laugh. Yeah, usually I have to explain my jokes to her because she doesn't understand, so, you know. She says this with a gentle smile. By the way, that bite was super good. Did you really make this yourself? Mm-hmm. If you'd like, I could show you my recipe sometimes. Yeah, definitely. I can show you how to bake stuff too. How? I guess there's a how missing in here. I guess I can show you how to bake stuff too. Oh yeah, yeah. The have is supposed to be a how, I guess. I can show you how to bake stuff too. I guess that's how the sentence is supposed to go. If you two combine your cooking and baking skills, you might be able to call yourself the ultimate chef. I don't know about that. Laughing, we all dig back in our lunches again. This time with Natsuki sneaking bites of Yuri's lunch. Not very sneaking as she was given it, but okay. Soon enough, the food's all gone, save for a few crumbs. Right on time too, as the bell rings just when we have finished covertly licking my fingers. This was fun, we should have lunch together again sometime. I'm inclined to agree, it's much more lively when more people are invited. Yeah, well, don't get too clingy now. We can still see each other at the club, you know? Yes. I'll be seeing you two there later. You betcha! Oh, that was me, that was Natsuki. It sounded like a very Natsuki line, so that's why I was like, ah, you betcha! But that was me, apparently. Man, I don't think I've ever been the first one to the club, that's until now. Well, Yuri would be here with me too, but she had to go to the bathroom again. Some girls have the bladders of squirrels. Or maybe Yuri wouldn't be. God damn it, Mark, you couldn't even go one day of thinking of that, could you? No, well, no, of course not. It's a pretty serious thing, you know? I don't even know if it's right for me to think of that stuff when I think about Yuri. Wouldn't it be doing her injustice to not consider the hardships she goes through? But then again, I also don't want to define her by her self-harm. Ugh, I have no idea what to think. Yeah, that would also be my like really scary if this was real life, you know, like Yuri. Like I also had like a girlfriend and I also figured out that she was doing that. I would really be that would frighten me more. Is that every time when she goes to the bathroom, I'm like, oh yeah, they go. Hang on a minute, are you actually going to the bathroom right now, or like, you know? I would really be like, hang on. With everything she says, or with everything where she would go alone, I would be like, oh yeah, hang on. Oh yeah, hang on. Oh yeah, that's very funny. Hang on a minute, like, you know, I would like, Fortunately, my mental beratings are cut short by the rattle of the door opening. What a surprise! Didn't expect to see me here yet, huh? Nope, definitely not. Where's Yuri? She's usually with you, right? After all, you two always walk to the club together. Oh yeah, she's in the bathroom right now. It's kind of weird escorting her to the bathroom and all. Haha, you'd have to treat her like a fragile little flower, you know? Yeah, I know that. I'm once again reminded of the fact that I'm the only one who knows Yuri's secret. Still, Monika may have a point. As I open my mouth to continue the conversation, the door slams open, announcing the arrival of Sayori and Natsuki. Hi Mark! Hi Natsuki. Sayori, I mean. Don't forget about Monika. Oh, and Monika too! Welcome back to the club, you two. Where's Yuri? She's in the bathroom. Are you looking forward to discussing literature with her today? Something like that, I guess. Or in your case, it'd be more like discussing manga, huh? Hey, manga is literature! Sayori, you just stole Natsuki's line. Sorry. This isn't a joke. I don't appreciate people making fun of manga, especially when they're people like you who won't even consider what I'm saying about it. Idiots. Classic Natsuki. Ah, there is Yuri. Hello everyone, I apologize for my delay. Whoa, Yuri suddenly materializes beside me. Is that... Did you run out of synonyms, or did she actually fucking materialize? Phasing into existence right in front of her eyes, like, hi. I do this all the time, no worries. It's fine, Yuri, you're not late. Now that everyone's here though, we can get the meeting started. As per usual, we'll be having a bit of free time first, followed by poetry discussions and the general announcements. Okay everyone, let's get busy. We begin to split up into smaller groups at that, with Monika leading the way by gently shuffling Sayori off into a corner of the room. It's just me, Yuri and Natsuki left then. Out of the corner of my eye I can see Natsuki opening her mouth to speak before Yuri cuts in. Mark, would you like to continue with our novel then? Natsuki turns away, brow furrowed in frustration. Hold on, Natsuki, were you gonna say something? Huh? No. I'm not interested in whatever stuffy book you guys are reading. She glances over at Yuri as she says this. I don't know how accurate my hunch is, but I've got a feeling that Natsuki wants to talk to Yuri more. Come on, spit it out. What happens to our lunchtime bonding? Ah, it's none of your business. I wasn't even gonna talk to you. I'm sorry if this is presumptuous, but did you want to speak with me then? Never mind. The smaller girl quickly spins around to flee the scene. Oh, I know that Yuri wants to get on with the book that we're reading, but Natsuki seems pretty eager to talk to her. Should I just hang out with Yuri or encourage her to talk to Natsuki for a change? I have to admit I'm a bit reluctant to give up quality time with my girlfriends, but then again I can read her with her another time too. Either way, I need to make a decision before Natsuki hides away with her manga again. Yeah, okay, I expected that one. Stay with Yuri or ask Yuri to hang out with Nat. Because that's her nickname apparently. Yeah, I mean, come on. We already established that they wanted to get to know each other a bit better and stuff, and come on, Yuri didn't say that because she didn't want to hang out with Natsuki. She just said that because she didn't know that Natsuki was gonna ask her or anything. She just like wanted to resume normal, what's it called? Normal conversations. Like, oh hey, do you want to continue reading the book? Oh yeah, sure, you know. But yeah, it would be very selfish to like also to completely occupy Yuri right now. When Yuri saw it too. We both saw what Natsuki wanted to do. So knowing Natsuki, she's probably going to bottle this up and never talk about it again if we don't stop her. For the sake of everyone's sanity, it'd probably be for the best if Yuri just talks to her now. Hey Yuri, I think you should actually follow up with Natsuki. Do you not want to read today? No, it's not that. I think Natsuki really wants to talk to you. You have a point there, to be honest. I'm curious about it. Alright then. If it's fine with you, I'll go speak to her now. Go for it. I'll just do homework or something instead. Lord knows I need to work on procrastinating lesson. Oh, need to work on procrastinating less. I thought it said lessons. I need to work on procrastinating less. I wave Yuri off as I pull my workbooks out with a sigh. Guess I'll be pulling a Monika today. I've just finished a particularly difficult math problem when Monika suddenly interrupts my concentration. Given my feelings on math, I can't say that is an unwelcome distraction though. Okay everyone, it's getting late, so let's hurry up and share our poetry. As I put away my homework, I sense a presence that appears before me. It's Yuri. It's a bit of a weird sentence, but okay. The sentence was fine. Why would you describe it like that? But just as I'm about to speak to her, Monika interrupts me. Mac, you remembered to write a poem this time, right? Monika says this with a bright smile. No, she looks pretty serious. However, I can't help but hear a threatening edge to her voice. Man, when did cute girls become so scary? Yeah, I did. I hope I did you proud with it. We'll see. I pull out my poem and turn to Yuri, offering up my handiwork. So how'd it go with Natsuki? She pauses as she takes my poem, clearly mulling over her words. Finally, she starts speaking with a smile. Well, I can't say that it went smoothly the entire time. She was quite evasive and pricky when I first confronted her. Although there's no doubt that my awkwardness factored into it. This may surprise you, but I don't think I've ever approached Natsuki on my own before, so that didn't help matters either. Is that par for the course? Oh, that's par for the course. For the course when it comes to Natsuki. And don't worry too much about being awkward. You come off as very well spoken in general. Really? I wouldn't have thought so. Really, no downplay on. Really, not to downplay your own insecurities, of course, but I do think that you overthink things a lot. That might be an understatement. Anyway, after a bit, we began discussing topics such as our interests. To summarize, we just had a normal conversation. It was the kind of banal conversation that people have every day, but somehow it made me feel content. Her eyes sparkle with life as she says this. That's understandable. After all, isn't a happy life usually made of multiple small, satisfying moments rather than a few huge, joyous moments? You're right. All these things happening makes me wonder why Natsuki and I fought so vehemently in the past. Part of it was because of the differences in your poetry styles, right? I suppose when two passionate opposing opinions clash, absolute pandemonium ensues. It's probably less outrageous than that. Speaking of poetry though, I think Monika is giving me the evil eye, so do you want to start sharing? With pleasure. In any case, nice analysis today, Mark. Thanks. I've been learning from the best, so... You know, if there's one thing I'm glad about when it comes to you and Yuri... Well, when it comes to you and Yuri dating, is that it makes my job as president a lot easier if more people are enthusiastic about literature. And I'm pretty sure that I've become more enthusiastic about it after dating her. I'm pretty sure that you've become more enthusiastic about it after dating. I thought it said I, and then it was like, Monika, are you dating Yuri too? But no, I read it wrong. What? So you're not just happy for us as your friends? Well, that goes without saying. Thanks for the support, though. In the beginning, I wasn't really sure how it'd be if two members of the club were dating. No problem. To be honest, I had my own reservations about it before too. But it looks like everything turned out alright, right? Yep, or at least I hope so. Anyway, it looks like everyone else is done by now. So do you want to reconvene with the others now? Sure thing. Okay, everyone. Hope you had good discussions today. It's actually really great practice for our Japanese classes, you know? And as you all know, finals are coming up next month. Natsuki and I instantly groan. Don't remind me. Yeah, there's still a whole month away, no need to bring them up now. But the early bird catches the worm, right? But what's the worm in this case? I guess it'd be good grades. Good grades which will lead to you being able to get into a good university and thus find a well-paying and stable job. Which will then prevent you... Oh, crap! Which will then prevent you from misclicking. Which will then prevent you from having to die alone without a family nor a home. Wow. I think that's a bit of an exaggeration. Okay, if you don't like that idiom, how about this one? An ounce of prevention prevents a pound of cure. And I assume the pound of cure would be failing grades. That's right. We all know what failing our exams will lead to. Let me guess, living under a bridge and dying alone? You got it. Jeez, Monika, when did you become our mom? Plus, high school isn't even mandatory, you know? Plenty of people live normal lives without going to university too. Ah, I know I'm just exaggerating. Sorry, I think I'm projecting my stress on everyone. I definitely think that it's wrong to assume that the only path to career success is through higher education. All that does is oversaturate the job market with random degrees and bury young adults in tens of thousands of dollars in debt. And at the same time, these young adults often don't even know what they really want to pursue their career in. Some people might be better off in trade school or doing freelance work. Pardon me if this is too forward, but there seems to be some cognitive dissonance at play here. Cognitive dissonance? Oh, you mean when someone believes in two conflicting ideas? That's right, and Yuri's actually right too. And I think that people should be forced to go to college just to fulfill societal expectations, and yet I feel the pressure too. Of course, I also want to go to a good university so I can better myself. But there's always this pressure at the back of my mind, and I don't even know what my parents would do if I didn't go to university. So I guess that stuff you said about pressure and being busy was true, huh? Natsuki, did you think Monika was lying about all that? No, I just thought that she was exaggerating. It's fine, Natsuki. Some of the stuff I say does sound far-fetched at times. Man, we really have to take you on out on a spa day sometime, Monika. Actually, everyone probably deserves a day of relaxation at this point. Especially Yuri. A group spa day? My Mark, are you hoping for a spa with mixed baths? That's not my intention, Monika! That is not my intention. Again, Konosuba comes to mind. Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here in the bath. What? And no? Damn, now I can't stop thinking about it. Besides, Yuri is the only girl for me. Come on, Yuri. Let's show them all. Come on, Yuri. Let's show them all and go to a mixed bath by ourselves. Yuri's completely red in the face now. I've really got to remember not to make jokes like that around her. I'd rather not have you show us that. Yeah, Mark, don't be gross like that. Sorry. Okay, let's get back on topic before Mark makes Yuri implode out of embarrassment. Hey, Yuri's not that embarrassed, are you, Yuri? Let's talk about exams. Whoops. Yeah, I think I can agree with that. Wow, even Natsuki would rather talk about exams, huh? Same here. Yeah, alright then. Now, I don't know if I'm jumping the gun a bit, but I was thinking, how about we hold a few study sessions together for exam prep? Aren't you forgetting that finals aren't for another month? Don't have to be held right now. We could get together when it's closer to final season. Personally, I believe that holding a study session together would be a good idea. Between the 5 of us, each subject should have at least one person who is proficient in its area. And that way, we could have those who excel in certain subjects help those who struggle more in those classes. Yeah, I think that making a study group is pretty smart. It helped motivate us more too, if we all supported each other and cheered each other on. I don't have any objections to that myself. And like Sayori said, it'll stop us from procrastinating. You mean, stop you from procrastinating. Oh really, missed, I lost my workbook? I was about to say, you're not much different, Sayori. Meanie, that's not even procrastinating, it's just me being absent-minded. Okay, but who's the one who rushed over to copy homework during lunch before? Fine. It'll stop you and me from procrastinating. Happy? Very. Hey, this is all really cool and whatever, but I think you're all forgetting one tiny detail. I'm not in the same year as you guys. There's really no point in inviting me to the study group because I won't be able to help with anyone with their work. But we can't leave you out. This is a club thing, and even if you can't help us study, you can still provide emotional support. Sayori, you're emotional support. We all know that. Yes, I really don't mind if you're with us. Rather, I think I'd actually like it if we could all study and talk together, even if we all study totally different subjects. And I suspect that Monika feels the same way too. We can't just go abandoning a fellow club member and friend like that. Yeah, what do you say, Natsuki? You joining us? Okay, fine, but only because you don't drag me along anyway. The white grin on her face betrays Natsuki's true thoughts. Funny how by this point we can all tell that she really means the opposite of what she says. Yay, I knew you'd say yes. Geez, it's nothing to cheer about. I'm glad that everything's settled nicely now. Actually, that should be it for today too. Thanks for the hard work today, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Phew, somehow I feel exhausted already. To be honest, same. Hold on, I don't believe we ever planned out the actual dates for the study sessions. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Let's discuss this in the group chat so we can all write down what schedule best fits us. We all make notes of affirmation as we pack up our things. Studying with the girls, huh? With any luck, Yuri and Monika's influence will somehow pull up my grades. Not to mention, it'll be a lot more fun studying with friends. Although there will undoubtedly be some disagreements when it comes to studying literature. Oh well, it'll all be worth it in the end, right? Well, I hope so. And it's finally some fucking time to spend with Sayori, because I've really been fucking neglecting her. Well, not like deliberately, but the game literally hasn't posted any fucking options to spend like time with Sayori or anything like that. I mean, yes, Yuri has some serious issues that we have to work on together because, you know, it's pretty freaking serious and stuff. And probably Natsuki also has some stuff going on, but come on, it's been ages since I've spent some friend quality time with Sayori. I've actually never spent any friend quality time with Sayori because the only time we've been with Sayori, like alone, was if we walked to school. And all the other times someone else was, at least one other person was there. Because we went to town together with Natsuki, then we did the Halloween and the Christmas things, but that was just everyone and Sayori was just there. When I was sick, Sayori and Yuri broke into my house together. So I've never actually been alone with Sayori. I've been alone with everyone. Been alone with, well, not really Monika because that's not really possible, but she gave me the idea for the firework things. Of course, I've been alone with Yuri the entire time. I've even been alone with Natsuki because we went Christmas shopping together. Like, I haven't even been alone with Sayori in any fucking opportunity. Come on, game! Just give me that lovely Sayori smile, please. I need it. And I think Sayori needs it too. Alright. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Click the like button if you did. Subscribe to join the Roman army and I'll see you in the next one. See you later, Romans. Valete.